Today I want to share with you in this video my actual pre-market routine, okay? What I do prior to the New York Stock Exchange opening up at 9:30 Eastern Time. That is the opening bell when it comes to trading the E-mini Nasdaq futures. Now, there's not a lot that goes into this, but I do want to give you some tips and advice. If you are a beginner trader out there, please master the concept of market structure. That's what's going to help you determine when you get down or sit down in front of your charts, which way is the market moving and trending, because that's the only way you should be taking trades in reference to what's still going on overall on the within the market. Now, I always sit down first. Number one, I look at a higher chart, okay? Whatever that may be for you, I'm using range bar charts, and I'm starting with my 120 range chart to develop or form a bias of which way the market is moving. Either we're trending to the upside or the downside. So if we're moving higher, as an example, this is the pivotal point right here where the market made a low right here. And then we started making highs, higher lows, highs, making, breaking structure higher, forming a channel to the upside. Now, for anyone out there who struggles seeing, in particular, like a trend channel, this is a channel, okay? Someone what a channel to the upside looks like. Now, if the market is trending in one particular direction, say to the upside, I want to trade in that direction from a lower chart, meaning my lower range chart, with the overall direction of what I form my bias off of, okay? So that's number one thing that I do pre-market is to size up the market, look at what it did prior day, meaning the day before. For example, we were bearish to the downside, say, okay? And yesterday, which was the actual 18, I noticed we had a bullish run to the upside. So we started breaking structure and making new highs on the day. We had this nice pullback here towards the close, and then the market broke structure into today's trading session, meaning taking out this high here. This is a major high. It made a high, a low, and you have to determine from there which way is the market going to move. Is it going to come back down and break this low and possibly this low here, or come up and take out this major high, which that could be, definitely a major structural break back to the upside. So that's where I start off with. When I first sit down in front of my charts, no matter the market, whether it's gold or the E-mini Nasdaq futures, I'm looking to off of a higher base chart. So I recommend, use a higher chart to figure out, which way the market is moving. That's what you need to do. If you're using charts that are like really low time frame or low range charts or volume or tick, whatever it may be that you're using, you're going to get chopped out a lot of times if you're just trading directly and strictly from a lower chart. All right. So I highly recommend finding your sweet spot on a higher chart, whatever that may be, and form a bias in the direction of the market, whatever the market is that you choose. Okay. Before the market opens up. So what I'm doing pre-market is first forming a bias. Okay. Then from there, I'll start to mark up zones off of a higher range chart. Okay. Higher range bar chart. And then that's what I'm doing leading up to the market opening up. So I'm trying to identify on my higher chart, are there any areas in which I can mark as either supply or demand, with the direction of the actual market. Just like right here, okay? Show you an example. The market's making these higher highs and higher lows, right? We have a high here, and then it pulls back, and we have a low right here. So we're in between a leg, okay? A high and a low. Now, the market then starts making, highs, higher lows, and pushing to the upside here. So we've got the market breaking structure as it pushes higher, leaving behind an area of demand, say like right here, okay? We made high, higher low, highs, higher lows, breaking structure higher. So we took out structure above this high and this high, leaving this area of demand right here, because when the market broke above this high right here and this high, we had a demand area, okay? Again, this is off of the higher charts, okay? So I'll mark up my zone on the higher chart. Now, this market or the market off the E-mini Nasdaq actually came back to the zone prior to the session opening up. And that's fine. You can still trade during pre-market. But again, determine the direction in which you're going to trade first, either short or long, okay? In this case here, because we are bullish to the upside here, we have a high, and then we have a low being created right here. When the market starts breaking structure back to the upside, these areas in between this leg right here are minor areas of structure, okay? Like right here, above these highs here, even above this high here, even above this high here. These are all areas of minor structure back to the upside, and that's fine. So I depict which way the market is moving, mark up my higher range chart, okay, whatever chart you're using, and mark up supply or demand. So if I'm looking for to go long, then I'm looking for a demand setup. So I would mark this up right here, okay? And as the market retraces back to that area, that's when I'll move down to a lower chart to, find a demand setup on my lower chart, which is 24 range chart, this chart right here on the E-mini Nasdaq, when I'm looking to find a trade to go long with this bullish demand, or off of this the bullish demand zone on my lower range chart, okay? So I'm always sizing up the market first and depicting which way to trade, forming a bias off of the higher base charts, okay? Now, the market then comes up here and it breaks this area of structure, moving to the upside, all right? Yes, if the market was to, say, for example, break these highs right here where it made this run to the upside, pull back, broke structure to the upside right here. So we have this demand zone. So let's say it did this right here, okay? Highs, we had this low, came up, made these highs right here. Small little pullback, but this is a massive demand run to the upside here, okay? Creating this aggressive bullish momentum to the upside, and it broke above this area of structure. Again, like I said, this is a major high right here. So if the market was to push up, break above this area here, all right? So let's remove this line right quick, or this arrow, and grab another one. And let's say it broke above that area and then came back to this demand area right here. I would mark this up on my higher chart. And being that this is during the actual, or after the opening bell, the New York Stock Exchange opening, I would wait for the market to pull back to the zone, okay? Move down to my lower range chart, look for a demand setup on this chart back at this zone right here, all right, right here. If it pulled back immediately or sometime prior to, it continue running to the upside, I will look for an opportunity to trade this going back to the upside, because we had this bullish run to the upside here, and this is a pullback, so they maybe want to continue wanting to push higher, especially when I'm looking at, if I see to the left-hand side of the chart, there may be some imbalances or gaps that want to be or that need to be filled back to the upside. Then that would give me more motive or more, fuel to really say, okay, this is a clear indication that they're trying to push higher, because we got to break a structure above a major high. So the market is bullish, and we got a clear demand zone formed right here. So again, I'm figuring out the direction, forming a bias. Are we long, or should we be looking for shorts? I'm looking for longs when we're breaking, making, a bullish run like this to the upside, then pulling back. And then I see that we're starting to break structure back higher to the upside, especially if you take out a major high. That's really going to gear me up to say, okay, I'm only and should be only looking for positions to go long. So I'm marking up my charts accordingly as the market is, moving back to the upside here, and is creating these areas of demand to trade going long to the upside, but off of a lower range chart. So let's say like right now, okay, we're pre-market, and I see that we made this high here. We have this low here. Now the market is running back to the upside. We have a high, higher low, higher high situation moving to the upside. So there is a high right here. So these areas right here will be minor areas of structure, or minor highs, right? This is a major low right here. If the market was to come back down to this area, for example, okay, let's go ahead and grab our arrow line here and break below this low right here. If it ran to the downside and continue, let's say it made a low here, a lower high, and then broke structure below this low right here, I would look for a pullback to an area of supply to go short from, because now we're breaking structure to the downside. All right, the market came back, retraced, but now we got a low. It created this high here, and now it's coming down and breaking structure below this low. I would look for a pullback to a key area of supply to go short to the downside right here, okay? So that's what I would do, and I would do this prior to the market opening up. So if we are pre-market or pre-session, I would wait for the market to, say for example, and it broke below this low, I would mark up this zone, and as the market leading into the opening bell at the, market open, I would wait for the market to retrace back to this area here. And as it's doing that, I would move down then to my 24 range chart and look for an opportunity, because now the market is looking bearish to the downside because we're breaking structure coming lower. I will look for a pullback on my lower range chart, the 24 range, or whatever chart you use, okay, whatever chart style you use. And I'll look for an opportunity to continue going short with the flow of the market, because now it's pushing to the downside. So hopefully that makes sense. The checklist is very simple. It's not complex at all. Just when you first get in front of your charts, whatever the market or instrument you're trading, look to see and determine which way the market is actually moving. If it's bullish to the upside, look for demand setups. If it's bearish to the downside, then look for supply setups. It's simply put. But I always start with a higher chart, mark up my zones in accordance with the direction of the market, whether it's demand if we're bullish, supply if we're bearish. Then I'll move down to my lower charts leading up to when the market opens up. Let's say we broke an area of structure like right here, coming to the downside prior to the market open, and then we have this beautiful area of supply resting on a pullback to this zone on the higher range. I'll mark it up there, then move down to your lower chart. Wait for it to pull back to that area and then look for an opportunity to go short. Again, this is everything I look at prior to the opening bell or the market actually opening, okay? Pre-market, simply put, nothing, I don't have like a 10 item checklist type thing because it's very simple, nothing complex. I talk about this strategy across in many videos on my channel here. And, I spend a lot of time doing that because I want people to understand, I guess the purpose, the strategy as a whole, and the reason why I trade using range bar charts and how easy it is to scout and make money on a daily basis. Trading the future markets it doesn't take a lot to do this, but it does take some experience, meaning you want to grasp the strategy, okay? Then you want to back test it, all right? And then forward test it just as well. Now, I go into detail about the trades that I actually take and break them down because that's where things kind of are really laid out, as far as the strategy. So if you're interested in maybe understanding the strategy, you're in the process as a beginner trying to find something or a system that works for you, you may want to become either an elite or an ultra elite supporter. There's a link down in the description portion of the video where you can become a part of that community, okay? A part of the other fellow traders who are part of that community. And, start watching the video content. That's where I really feel like people are going to learn and educate themselves because the video content is really, that's what it is. It's content in which you can watch and educate yourself if you spend time watching it. Because I lay things out. I explain things in detail in reference to the trade breakdowns and in my live recorded trading sessions. But the strategy is nothing complex. It's very simple. It's just using multi-chart confluence, looking for like sweet setups at either supply and or demand areas because that's what I trade, okay? So again, if you're interested, there's a link down in the description portion of the video. It's titled Elite or Ultra Elite Supporter. Click on that. You'll see a few tiers pop up. It's all part of the YouTube membership program. It's for to become an elite member, it's only $6.99 a month. But you receive so much in value in doing so many perks and rewards. You receive all my trade breakdown videos where I break down the trades in great detail so you understand how the strategies apply to each one of those trades. As well as you receive my video playlist and a great video I did surrounding market structure. If you choose to become an ultra elite supporter, that's where you're going to receive the everything I just mentioned, okay, all the perks and rewards, plus my live recorded trading sessions that I post the video content for those members, okay? So again, the link is down in the description portion of the video, and you can also join us on the Discord. There's a link, which is the first one in the description in the video as well down below. Click on that. You'll see you can join us on the Discord. But outside of that, that's really all I have. I just want to share my simple checklist. Nothing too extravagant. It's just being able to size up the charts and determine from a higher base, what are we doing on the higher chart first, okay? And then from there, marking up the zones in accordance to the market direction and then scaling down or moving down to a lower chart to make your executions on your trades, all right? That's all I have, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you who watch the video content and are definitely understanding and grasping this material. And to everyone out there who is, finding their own edge or niche in the markets, I salute you guys. And those that are using the strategy who are passing their evaluations and with the prop firms or their challenges, or some of you may be using your own funded, your own capital. Nothing wrong with doing that at all. I greatly appreciate you guys spending the time watching the video content here on the channel, and to all the members who are part of the elite or the ultra elite program, that private community that has been helping a lot of people out there that are able to grasp and understand the strategy, again, because that's where really the cornerstone and blueprint to how I trade is really discussed more so in detail. All right, so tons of video content there for anyone that wants to join. I want to say thank you for you guys supporting the efforts and my efforts in the channel as a whole. Okay, I know I don't have to do this, but I choose to do it because I believe that, showing people something that you may know, that is working for you could change the lives of someone else who may have just as much passion about it. All right. So many people in today's time are learning a trade or a skill set, and they're doing extremely well doing so. So some people may have interest in wanting to get into, investing or trading. And this is, part of the purpose and the reason why, I've been making this video content for so long a period of time. Is to really kind of give back and help, or spread the word, or spread the knowledge or information that I know when it comes to the markets. Okay. But again, it's nothing complex about trading. You can make it as complex as you want to, but to me, it can be a very simple trade to learn if you know what you're looking at, and you have a good strategy and trading plan, and everything that you need to set parameters and rules for yourself to be able to become profitable. Okay. Now, again, if you're interested in becoming one of the members of the community, to where you can really, get a broad understanding of the system and strategy and how I trade, again, you may want to become an elite or an ultra elite supporter or member. The link is down in the description. If you are not a current subscriber, please take the time to sub by clicking the subscribe button. Make sure to also click the bell, okay, so that you do not miss any of the uploaded content. That is the post notification bell. And last but not least, if you found some value in today's video content of me just kind of, breaking down what I do pre-market in simple terms, leading up to the opening session of the New York session, trading the E-mini Nasdaq futures or any of the other instruments or contracts, please make sure to drop a like or click that thumbs up button for me. Take care. I'll see everyone in the next one.